This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Mike G has an interesting question that you probably have a unique perspective on. Which current wrestlers would make great agents in the future? Let's think about the WWE names for a minute too. So on that WWE roster, guys you spend a lot of time with, who do you think that's a current wrestler there now would be a great agent?
Daniel Bryan.
Sure.
Bobby Roode. Never happened, but Edge, I would think.
What about Sami Zayn?
No.
Why not?
Sammy's a little too headstrong, and Sami, he believes in himself, but he also believes in his ideas. And maybe it was just that I clashed with Sami. Sami and I clashed, quite a few times over what he perceived to be small things, but I always believe that the small things are the big things. And when you've got to help a kid that's fresh from NXT or from somewhere else that comes onto the roster and you're faced with X number of minutes in this position on Raw or SmackDown, as the agent, it's your responsibility to make sure that match is good and it reflects all the rules put in place by the boss, known or not known. Cardinal rules, some of them should be. And it takes involved, you got to be involved with every little aspect of things that in the storytelling process make sense. But in the course of that, you may get to Gorilla and your 6 minutes just went to 3. Now, are you qualified to tell that talent or those 2 talent or those 4 talent, you just lost 3 minutes. Here's what you got to take out. I mean, a lot of this, there's a lot more than just looking at a guy and going thumbs up or thumbs down 6 minutes. And that's the way it used to be when I wrestled there. That's the only information you got. Thumbs up, thumbs down, how long you had. A lot more involved. And I just don't think Sami is going to be patient enough or creative enough to be able to come up with a story that's completely different than the one you've been talking about all day. Because you lose 3 minutes, less entrances, you don't have much time. And you got to have some time for reactions after the match is over. It's a tough process sometimes. So, he may fool me, I don't know, but that's a very specialized field. And I think losing all those veteran producers like WW has done, they're going to miss a Fit Finley or a Mike Rotundo or a Dean Malenko. Somewhere down the road, they're going to figure out those guys aren't that easily replaced.
Mike G wants to know, how are referees selected for a specific match? Is that the agent's decisions? Do the boys make requests? Does the office decide? What's the process?
Random. Never the same week to week. It's just, the referees are usually assigned by one of the referees and, or somebody in the past in talent relations has assigned the refs. That's really a non-issue. They're all expected to be able to do their job at a high level. So whatever match they have, sometimes top talent taker, some of those guys will request a certain ref that they're familiar with, a Mike Chioda, or Chad Patton, or Charles Robinson that they're used to using and know what they're all about. Sometimes they will ask for those guys, which is accommodated, but it's usually just random selection.
The man writes in, what's your opinion of Otis winning the Money in the Bank match? Do you think it was good booking, and how would you go forward with him?
Well, number one, I would say, what's he got going on to land that Mandy Rose? If he will spill the beans on that, he will be my hero forever. No, I think he's a character. He reminds me of Ivan Putski, and you and I are probably the only ones, Conrad, that remember that.
Yeah, Ivan was he was a plug, man.
Buddy, he was huge, had that big sausage and those barrel chested, and you immediately liked the guy. I think Otis is likable and he's a big, strong dude. His partner's very athletic. They're a good team. They do some creative stuff. So I think he's going to have a pretty bright future.
I would agree. Ralph.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.